Round one. Fight.
Heroes never die.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Power, sex, power. They both come down to one thing.
Hungry gamers.
Hello, and welcome, boys and girls, to the 134th episode of the Hungry Gamers podcast. We are powered by ATEBIT.net and Audio Technica, and I'm your extremely humble host, Brendan White. You can find me everywhere at Brendan8bit, and joining me today, my two partners in crime. We're all back after about a month-long hiatus, but we've got Miss Ali Hard, who can be found at Miss Ali Hard, and Saleem Abraham, who can be found at Saleem TD. On the track, how yous doing, you sexy legends? Welcome to 2019.
Wow. We were just discussing how long, how many years it's been together, and this is another year, and it's is it daunting? Is daunting the worst word to use?
Is daunting what I want you to say when you're thinking about a year with us, a year-long relationship? Daunting?
Do you think that's fair, though, if I think about especially another year with you, Sam?
I think happy. I think lucky. I think proud.
Fortunate? I'd say fortunate.
Fortunate.
Blessed.
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Oh, God, as the years go on, we should be, cutting things from our vocabulary, and hashtag blessed is definitely one of them. Dab one out.
Yeah, oh, no, because it's lit, fam.
Do a floss.
Yeah, so we're back. It is 2019. We've had a little break, little Christmas break, spread a bit of Christmas cheer, bit of Festivus love. But we're here, episode 134, coming at you from the Hungry Gamers remote studio from Queensland, New South Wales. What's going on? Tell me.
I do not want to be back at work, but I'm impressed that I actually had some downtime to actually play some video games. Which was quite incredible. And play different video games, although I've got to say, most of mine are on the Switch. I don't know about you guys.
No, I've got a few on the Switch too. I've been given that little handheld a workout over the Christmas break. It's such a good bit of gear. Read into that as you will, listeners.
Yeah, I just thought I'd leave an appropriate amount of silence for that to just breathe. I have been, not handheld, I've been very PC. PC, personal computer.
Definitely not in life.
Not in life, no. Played a lot of Steam games. I feel like I just wanted to get to it before it completely dies as a platform.
Yes, and we will maybe be talking about that a little bit later on, but that's an interesting power play potentially with a couple of big dogs in the industry stepping up and staking their claim to the games provision service. So we'll see. We'll see.
I actually got to see movies too. I don't go to the movies much, but I actually saw 2 movies.
Oh, is one of them Spider-Man?
Yeah, the Spider-Man.
I'm actually watching it today.
I still haven't seen it either.
Yeah, can we?
I
do you want to watch
saw
it today?
something before anyone. Yay! It's actually really good. You have to see it. In the movies too.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. I've heard nothing but really good things about it. And I'm going to go and watch it today. Brendan, you should watch it today, and I'll call you. In the cinema.
And we'll do live commentary?
Yeah.
The worst people.
Feels like we're both there, but we're not.
Well, it is now a Golden Globe winning film as well. Won Best Animated Picture the other week.
Deserving.
So, good on the crew behind Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Did you watch Aquaman? Was that the other one you watched?
You know it.
What did you think? Because I've watched this as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It gets plus points because of Dolph Lundgren.
Oh yeah, it did.
I think I made an audible noise in the audience when he appeared. But was it great? No.
Yeah.
Was it bad? No. It was a movie. There was some good elements in it, but I want to complain about the fact that they could just not stick to a music choice. And for the most part, they've kept this certain musical tone, and then this is just unnecessary pop song change in it that had completely threw me off. And I'm like, what is wrong with you guys? You are in this wonderful aquatic neon world and you guys can't get the music tone right for this. So it really pissed me off.
They played Pitbull of all things,
yeah,
in one of the sort of scenes, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, and it
like
just
nails on a chalkboard.
And you know what? It's a remix with Africa, Toto's Africa, because it needed that for some fucking reason. Sorry, that's the first swear.
Justified.
That's the first cuss of the year, Ali. That's the first cuss.
Of course, it was going to come from me. And I just want to say that I wasn't really happy with Mira. Like, she was not the character that I was anticipating, especially for, like, you know, the future queen of the ocean. You know, like, oh, well. You know what I mean.
Yeah, like, yeah, the movie itself wasn't that... Like, it's the embodiment of a popcorn film. Like, it's just good fun, pretty good CGI, I thought, especially with all the underwater scenes and battles and characters. Was a good feast for the eyes, but yeah, the story was a little bit weak. But I enjoyed it. You know, I wouldn't rave about it, but I enjoyed it.
Well, it's not just you who enjoyed it, Brendan. It is actually the highest grossing DC film ever.
What the hell, man?
Sex appeal.
Well, it only had to beat Wonder Woman, and it did. But Wonder Woman's a great film.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is the best film in that DC universe
so
far.
It goes Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, Batman vs Superman.
No way!
I'm just joshing.
I was about to say.
But then if you look at the other end of the spectrum, like with the Marvel Universe, the same thing with Venom. Like, it is near the top of the pops as well as far as box office revenue, and that movie was a turd as well. So
are they just increasing the price of movie tickets and then that little variable is not being accounted for? Or?
No.
I don't know.
But that's a Sony flick. That's like Venom's Sony. And... yeah, it's weird that film did as well as it did because it was rubbish. I'm not going to swear this whole episode. I'm not going to swear.
I'll do twice as much then to keep up, but yeah.
Yeah, that Woody Harrelson carnage with his terrible wig is making its way to cinemas in 2020 apparently for the sequel, Venom 2. No longer losers.
Luckily, I didn't really care too much about the plot of the story to know that one, so that's good. So Woody Harrelson's going to be Carnage.
Yeah, he was in the end credits.
I don't know. I haven't seen it, so.
Yeah.
Huh.
Probably one of the best parts of the entire movie was in the end credits, even if he had a wig that looks like he bought it from $2 shop 5 minutes before filming, but, you know, it did the job.
I love Woody Harrelson. He's one of my...
Anywho, let's talk about what we've been playing. Dream, did you want to start off first? Because I think we've got a bit of cross-pollination on a few of the games between myself and Miss Hart here, so...
I love a good botanical reference. Yeah, sure. So I played a lot of stuff that you probably heard me talk about towards the end of last year, 2018. Games like Total War Britannia, games like Warcraft 3. I'm in like a real RTS vibe mode. But I also actually really got heavily into MTG Arena again. I love that game. It's just such a great card game, and the platform makes it so much easier to actually understand the game. It makes it so much more accessible, I think, and I can't recommend it enough if you're into like collectible card games. Magic's just fantastic. So get into it. I'm rolling like a vampire deck. They brought out a ranked system over the break. In late December, I think they actually brought it out. I'm currently gold 3 with my vampires deck, which is like, I don't know percentage wise where that puts you in the world, but it's not bad.
How hard is it to learn?
It's actually super easy. So you just need to understand keywords, and as soon as you understand keywords, you can basically piece together how decks you're playing against work and what the key cards in those decks would be. And that's like the biggest part of understanding the game as a whole, is understanding the sort of decks you can go up against and the win conditions of those decks. It takes a little bit of time to pick up. It's not something you can just get immediately because it takes experiential learning and playing other people to understand, you know, what those decks look like. But it's actually not terribly difficult to pick up. If you've played Hearthstone, Hearthstone is like Magic Light. Is the best
Okay.
way I can maybe explain it. Very easy to pick up, I think.
I've thought about it.
Think about it harder.
I might.
Okay. I also picked up the Banner Saga, which is a tactics game set in this like weird Norse mythological sort of world where there are humans and then there are big horned sons of guns. I played this game for like all of, I don't know, an hour or so, 2 hours. It's probably not even enough to justify talking about it here, but I just wanted to bring it up because I was in a real tactics mood and I wanted to play a new tactics game. I loved things like Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced 2. And I realized I haven't played any other tactics games outside of the Final Fantasy universe. So I found the Banner Saga. It's really highly rated. There are 3 of them. I just couldn't get into it. Like, I tried really hard to get into it, but there was so much dialogue between scenes. And in the first Banner Saga, it's not the best looking thing. The dialogue scenes, you're just kind of standing watching this 2D, like you're looking at this 2D image of a person, but you're also behind 2 other people or 1 other person because you're meant to be assuming their point of view. And so it looks like you're just standing behind people listening to their conversation. It's quite weird. And it was very story heavy and I just wasn't in a mood to pick up the story. Something about the sun stopped in the air. The sun's just stopped and they live in this world where the sun stopped.
I think this was on sale in the Switch store.
What? Oh, really? Possibly. I don't know. It's just come out at Christmas, I guess.
And they've been included in like the PS Plus and the games with gold deals a lot. I picked up all 3 of them on Xbox through the the games with gold offerings, just cause free games. But I've never touched them. I'm not a big sort of tactics based guy, but they review really well.
Yeah,
they've got a pretty devout following.
So, just to give it a couple of props. So it is a tactics game, which if you're not familiar with that genre of game, it's effectively like a chessboard, but so it's a grid that you have players or characters that move around and have conduct combat on. They fight each other and then they kill each other. It's quite difficult, Banner Saga. I found it very difficult. The reason being is that the story influences your setup on these tactics boards. So characters might choose to join you or they might not, depending on what options you've selected. And there was a particularly difficult map where I just couldn't win because I didn't have enough guys to back me. So... it was very frustrating because you think like whenever there's a challenge in a game, you just think I should be able to overcome this. And I ended up just giving up after it would have been like 5 or 6 attempts. And it's not overly, there's only so many things you can do as well. So it's not like that I'm not thinking of a particular character or move or direction to set up.
It's
literally
piece.
like, it's literally just I'm missing 2 people who would make it so much easier for me to win if I had like extra bodies to just take hits. Anyway, so that was a bit of a frustration, but I should give this more of a go. I'll continue to play this game to talk ill of it again next week. How about that?
That's fair.
I played Final Fantasy 14 for like 2 minutes and completely kicked myself as soon as I like logged in. Can't believe I tried going down that rabbit hole. Don't play that game. It's just hard. It's like WoW but worse.
Wow.
It's a good game, but it's just you'll spend the rest of your life in it. It's difficult. And there's no servers local to us either, so there's always going to be like a sick lag.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Never stick to something with terrible lag.
Yeah, I tried. Anyway, that's me. That's my gaming.
Did you want to, Miss Hart, did you want to tackle a couple in parallel and then sort of break off to some of the other games we played individually?
Yeah, sure.
What do you reckon?
let's match them up, shall we?
So I see the games we have been playing together have been on the Nintendo Switch. The first one, we've been both playing a little bit of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah.
Have you unlocked all the characters?
I have not, good sir, because I stupidly started playing on someone, like, as another player on someone else's Switch. So they got to unlock all theirs. So I don't even think I'm halfway with unlocking people, to be honest. And I wasn't using the cheat or whatever, the little...
Yeah, the versus reset the game sort of thing.
Exactly. Yep. I haven't really been using that, so I've just kind of been going along as you do. So, no, so I haven't unlocked, but I've played, like, I have played on a game's Laura's console where all characters were unlocked, so I've had the opportunity.
Okay. So. Yeah, I've unlocked. I think I'm close to 60 now. I haven't played for a little while. There was a sort of a period between these episodes where I was playing it pretty hard out for about a week, playing with Arch and playing with Rach, and then just playing offline and doing jump into local versus, do a match, win that, fight the challenger, beat them, reset the game, rinse and repeat just to avoid all the other crap. But I don't know. I still don't know if I'm actually any good at this game, because there's times where I'll be playing and I'll feel like some god in this game, and I'm just whooping ass and chaining combos and getting back onto the level, like as I've been smashed out the screen, and I can sort of move my way back onto some of the foundation and everything else. And there's others where I'll just get fucking woozed, and I'll just feel like I'm 2 years old again. And I don't know.
I definitely know that I'm nothing without items on. Not necessarily saying that items make up a majority of the damage. They're just really good distractions. I also have tried my best to main as Captain Falcon, but now my main goal is to main Isabel, and I'm actually doing pretty well with her. I think nothing is more like joyous than destroying people with the cute characters Isabel, because demolishing people and then having the cute little thing at the end, just like I just kicked all your fucking asses. I just think there's something so good about that. So
yeah, funnily enough, I've been maining Peach, playing the old Princess Peach, just because
smash.
because she's got the obviously the umbrella, so she can sort of glide away back onto the arena floor. But I've been playing with her, and also the Belmont brothers from Castlevania, so Simon and Richter. I've been rolling as those guys, and then Bowser's sort of my fourth that I've been sort of mixing and matching in. They're my main four that I've been taking to battle. But I don't know. I've watched a few like pros play this on like Twitch and YouTube, and it's terrifying how good these bastards are. Holy shit.
Like, it is beyond scary. I don't know. Like, it's like one of those things, if I can set up a game with someone, then I will play a few games, but I'm not finding myself going and completing the light, side of it, the going through the map and everything, because after a while I just get sick of it. Like, even like, it's not even the fact that I'm not winning, like I'm winning games, but after a while I'm like, yeah, I get it. I go into a match and I do damage until they go, and then I go again, so yeah, I don't know. Like, some people have completed this game pretty quickly. Especially that component.
I haven't even touched it. Haven't even touched that area of the game. All I've been doing is versus.
Oh, okay then. Well, yeah. It's a good way to, I guess, learn different ways to use your character, like in different scenarios and such. But like, for me personally, I get bored with it pretty quick.
Yeah. I think the longevity for a game like this for me would be playing with a group of friends and whatever else, whether it be 8-player on screen, or 4-player jumping in a party online with friends and talking shit and getting hit. I think that's where this game would be enjoyable for me. But at the moment, playing by myself, it's like, if I'm laying in bed and I got nothing else to do, I'll pull out Switch, like a few characters, watch some telly.
I heard a rumor that at the first YSB this year, they're expecting more than 100 Super Smash setups, which is like, I can't explain how huge that is. That's a rumor. That's an unconfirmed rumor. which we don't deal in rumors here, obviously, only for facts. But no, apparently like they're expecting 100, which doesn't surprise me at all because like Smash Melee on the GameCube still gets like, I don't know, 8 setups at a YSB. Like people love Smash and they like flock to it, and it's always the same kind of person. It's like a skinny white dude,
apples,
young apples, skinny white dude, maybe like somewhere between 15 and 20, and they have a quaff. That's the look. So if you're gonna come to YSB, rock the look. I don't know
and
how you do the white, but
for those that haven't heard us talk about that, YSB is York Street Battles. It's sort of like a fight fraternity league where they do Street Fighter, Tekken, any like fighting games on the competitive fighting game circuit. They usually have these on rotation and have tournaments in Sydney.
It's actually moved. It's actually moved out west. To
now's my time to shine.
I believe it's moved to Marylands, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh no!
I will not be shining.
There's a great little place called the Bunker in Marylands now. They do anyway. It's like a netcaf / they've got console setups anyway.
My God,
fight cabinets.
Marylands is one of the shittest places in all of Sydney.
I
hate that suburb with a passion.
Hold on. Nowhere else in Sydney can you get a Zato roll for $1.50 and a bowl of water to match for $2.50, like total. Like, and that's a great meal. It's like a pizza with oregano stuff on it for $1.50.
Which may or may not come with a stabbing or some verbal abuse from a naked Aborigine.
I heard a shooting when I went to Marylands.
Yeah, but if you look past that, great food. It actually, there's a lot of good restaurants on that main drag there. I just won't have it. I'm not going to sit here and let you talk ill of it. There's some good spots there.
It's not called Scary Lands for nothing.
There's a great hairdresser there. His name's Vince. There's a place on Pitt Street called Vince's. I used to go there to get my hair cut. I swear to God, I must have got like 8 haircuts off that guy when I was living there. And every single time he saw me, he said the same thing. He said, ooh, lots of grey hairs. Like, fucking, do you not remember me? Like, it used to frustrate the hell out of me that he would always say the same thing to me like he never met me before. Anyway, Maryland's great place.
Or maybe you were just getting more grey hairs every time.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
Don't
moving
find
on.
holes. Anyway, sorry.
We've also played a lot of Mario Party on the Switch.
Yeah.
It's fun. There is a severe lacking of mini games, I find. They could add some more in, but I enjoy it.
So did you play an actual game board party, or did you play just mini games?
We've played all 4 of the game board parties and gold at all 4 of them now.
Okay.
Because it's been like Rach and I, and we get Arch on it as well, and he's hilarious to watching him try to learn the motion controls and stuff like that, and you get so into it. But it's been good fun. It's been really good fun playing, but trying to work out how to unlock the characters, like the additional characters. So, and it's not through just completing the boards. There's all these bizarro challenges and RNG tied into this game to unlock some of these characters. That annoyed me a little bit, but I'm digging it. I'm digging Mario Party. It's a good little distraction, good little local 4-player co-op bit of fun. I haven't played any online, just been local, but it's good. It's good.
Well, I was lucky enough. So way back when in my youth, I used to regularly go over to my friend's house, and we would always play Mario Party 64. And that was just ritual. So I was lucky enough on the weekend to actually play this Mario Party with the same friend and 2 others. So we had a party of 4 to play the board. And oh my God, memories of abuse, swearing, deceptive nature. It was so nice. It was so good to relive that again. There's a few changes to the rules where I was kind of caught off, and then there's these certain items that you get. I encountered, so I always play Wario, and I got this item that was called Call an Ally, and I used it, and then Mario had my back through the entire game.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah, it was really weird. Though, it was weird to have Mario as my partner, but yeah. And then we played. There was a rowing game, and you have to do mini games in between.
You're doing these ones.
Oh my God, I don't know how rowing works. You'd think after doing it for so long you'd figure it out, but I got no concept.
It's not that hard. It's not that hard.
Maybe it's the coordination with 3 other people that I'm not working with, so... But,
yeah.
And I love the mini games. The mini games are great. And the fact that you can actually, like, you know, line them up. If you just don't want to do a board game, you can just line up a bunch of mini games. I love that element. So, I don't know. I think this, like, Mario Party is actually really good.
It is good. One thing I found, though, is the computer has certainly found ways to snipe you on stars, like, especially in the last, like, 3 rounds when coins and everything had doubled. Like, I've had a few times where they've been bottom of the barrel, then they land, they get one of the bricks, they get a star from that, then they buy the pipe, get straight to the next star, grab that, and then on the dice roll, they make their way to the next Toadette RNG placement and get like 3 stars on the turn. It's like, fuck off.
You know what? That happened in our game too. Someone was winning the entire way, and then just right at the end, this person just got a sequence of good luck where they stole a star from the top guy, and they're like, okay, that's fine. Then the Toadette placed herself right in front of that same person. And then, something else happened where they also got another bunch of stars. Oh, no, they got the brick. They got the... What's it? You know, like the loser's star, like, you know. Yeah. So and then they won, and the person that was leading the entire way, like they were clearly good at the game, leading the entire way, they got like 3rd, I think. Yeah,
I've lost 2 when they award 2 stars at the end of the game, like just for random things, whether it be furthest distance traveled or most coins or whatever. Yeah. I've been leading into that and like, I'm gonna win this, and then I've lost on those 2 random star drops as well. But it adds to some fun, and it gets the salt levels higher, which is good too. Oh, God,
does it. I love it. I don't know why, but just that competitive nature and just how, like, friendships can die instantly. It's just so good.
I will quickly jump on the other 2 games I've been playing before I'll let you close this out and we get moving into the meat potatoes of the episode. Been playing a little bit more Assassin's Creed Odyssey over the Christmas break. I've gone back to try and hunt down all the Cult of Cosmos members and get the other sort of endgame armor sets. So I've been working through that and also trying to take down this sort of random mythological beast endgame monsters like Cyclops and stuff like that to try and take them down as well. So I've just been roaming around the Greek islands fighting all kinds of baddies, which is good. That game is so underrated. Like, it's so good. It's so pretty. The characters are great. The story's great. The combat's great. The RPG trees are great. Or the skill trees are great, I should say. Anyone that hasn't got that game and is looking for something to sort of distract themselves with for a while, pick it up because it's pretty cheap. I think you can find it for under $50 now. And the other one, the Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo drops this past Friday. But sadly, it's just the exact same demo that I've played a few times at PAX in October. So,
poor you.
Yeah, it's still good fun. Like I still ran through it and completed it, and now I've got some time to roam around in there as well. But it's a good little sort of teaser and a little little nugget to chew on between now and the end of Jan when the game releases in full. So anyone on PC, PlayStation 4, or Xbox that hasn't picked it up yet, you've got another week or so, I think, until it gets taken off the stores. But it's free to download. You've got 30 minutes to complete the demo. If you do complete it in that time, you've got infinite time to run around and do things afterwards. But if you don't complete it in that 30 minutes, that time experience in that demo is done. So it's 30 minutes to one-shot it. Otherwise, that's all you're going to get. But it's a good bit of hype to get you excited for the Resident Evil 2 remake when it drops at the end of this month. And God, it's pretty.
I've thought about
it. So good.
Yeah, I'm thinking about downloading and doing the demo. I'm just not sure. Like,
you should. It's good fun.
Is it only available on PlayStation? I thought I saw an ad for it on PC, but
no, it's on PC as well. PC, PlayStation, Xbox. You can get it and play it till your 30-minute heart's content. But get amongst any Resident Evil 2 fans or anyone that wants to see how it is before it releases at the end of this month. It's worth the time, and it's only 30 minutes. If you can't find 30 minutes in your day to play Resident Evil 2, what are you doing with your life? Jesus Christ.
All right, I'll set some time aside on playing that one. I'm so chicken shit though, so I'm probably not going to even last 30 minutes in it.
It's not a scary game, is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's a scary game.
Yeah.
I always thought it was more like in just like a zombie universe in the same way that zombie games aren't terribly scary.
Nah, there's like before Resident Evil, like Resident Evil 4 was where it sort of arced off to more actiony based survival horror, but 1, 2, and Nemesis to a degree with Resident Evil 3, a lot of jump scares, a lot of traditional shit breaking through windows at you and stuff falling off the floor and smashing out of rooms, like a lot of that, a lot of atmospheric, eerie shit going on, and it's back in glorious HD in Resident Evil 2, so check it out.
Yeah, so now it's like, it's funny that it probably was squarey. It was scary back then, like with those shitty graphics, but but it was still scary, and now it's like high definition, and now it's just probably as scary. So
yeah, it made me jump a few times playing this.
Oh god!
So give it a look. What else have you been playing anyway before we move on out?
So I was gifted Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, which is good because if they got Eevee, then I would have had to have declined, or just like asked for the receipt. And it's cute. It's a really cute game. I don't understand why they made it easier. The whole idea that now when you face a Pokemon in the wild, you don't fight it. You just
no wearing him down anymore.
Yeah,
or her down.
So it took way too long for me to figure out how to use the Joy-Con on how to throw a fucking ball, especially when they're moving. Took me way too long to figure that out.
It's a pain in the ass still. I know how to do it. It is a pain, so I always play it proper handheld mode. Like if it's docked, you're fucked.
So I was playing with the assist mode, so someone could play with me, or what we're calling little brother mode. So when someone shakes the other Joy-Con, they can initiate another character that walks alongside you, and then when you battle, then you got another person that participates in the battle. It is so funny because if you're running off too fast, then the game stops, reloads that person back up to catch up with you, and that person can access all your shit out of your bag. They can use up all your potions, all your all your stuff. They can't use your money, but they can use all your potions. They can use all your items and stuff. And little brother mode is an interesting way to play. Dressing up your Pikachu is cute as F.
The Eevees look cuter.
No, I doubt it. And I've made it to this like luxury city now. I've forgotten what it's called. It's got like the shopping set, the big mall in it.
It's called Celadon City.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And
the big like 8-story mall.
Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I've only just gotten to there. But the funny thing is that I've been saving up my pennies the entire game. I've been really apparently a tight ass on potions. Not my fault that someone else was using them. But I'd been saving up my money, and then once I got to that thing, oh my god, I spent so much money on accessories for my Pikachu. It was crazy. I think I dropped solid like 20,000 on it.
It's so expensive. Like to buy a hat or a scarf or something costs 10 times as much as a hyper potion. It's so ridiculous.
It's fine. But the problem is that I bought like a bunch of hair accessories, and then I saw the little Diglett hat. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, that was super cheap. And so now my Pikachu has a bit of a penis head, but it's so great. He looks like a mafia boss with a penis on his head. So, Pokemon Let's Go. It's cute. A little easy, but cute. It was nice to kind of go through it again on a different level. So I've been enjoying that. And just a side mention of a game called Crypt of the Necrodancer. I've played this on PC, but they ported it to Switch, and it just makes so much more sense on Switch. It was on sale over Christmas as well, so I paid like $4 I think it was, maybe even less. And it's just a dungeon crawler where movement is based on music and sticking to the beat. So the more you stick to the beat, it multiplies your gold intake. And yeah, each time you die, you gain gems. You could level up your character, proceed to go back into the same dungeon and try again. It has a good level of difficulty that I like, and it's got a really cute tune. So,
is there any titties in that game?
No, unfortunately. Damn. And it'd be some 8-bit titties anyway, like, not even. So, everything would look like a nipple.
Yeah. That could be the end boss. It's just a giant set of like nipple. It's a nipplesaurus or something.
That'd be great, especially because it has to bounce into the rhythm of the music.
Oh yeah, just watching them pixels just
up and down,
straight up and down.
Yeah, kept me busy over the Christmas break, so hopefully I can maintain this kind of momentum of playing different games this year.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, so a quick bit of housekeeping before we jump into the news headlines. For anyone that may or may not follow at We Are 8-Bit on the social medias, we have started hyping what we're calling hashtag 8-Bit, replacing that E with a 3, because 8-Bit 3.0, as we call it in common speak, is going to be coming your way on February 14th, 2019. So in about 4 weeks' time, thereabouts. And that's going to see the next evolution of 8-Bit as a brand. We're going to have a heap of big announcements on that day. Heap of new content coming, maybe some giveaways, maybe some new people joining the fold. Cannot confirm nor deny any of these things. But yeah, February 14th, it's a beautiful day. Valentine's Day. It's the day of love. So we thought we'd try and give back to our fantastic fans of not only the Hungry Gamers, but 8-Bit as a whole and all the other crews connected via the collective. So February 14th, mark that in your calendars, boys and girls, because we're coming at you in a big way, and we're pretty freaking excited for the next step in 8-Bit hotness.
Next chapter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And one last thing, outside of that monumental news and a bit of hype, be sure to rate, review, subscribe us on all your podcast outlets of choice. Preferably Apple Podcasts or iTunes if you could, because that's our main measuring stick. But we're on Spotify, we're on everything. So give us a cheeky rating review on there, and subscribe to us as well as all the other podcasts in the hashtag 8-Bit Collective, and also all the other podcasts you listen to in your rotation. Show them a bit of love. It takes no time, but it means so much. Keeps those emotional lights on in all our hearts. So on to the news.
This week's news headlines.
The first one, hot off the press. Bungie and Activision break up. What in the hell? Big news. Before you guys jump in with your opinions and thoughts, I'm just going to read a joint statement that was put out on the social medias, on the Twitters. And the statement reads, and this is joint from Activision and Bungie. Today we're announcing plans for Bungie to assume full publishing rights and responsibilities for the Destiny franchise. Going forward, Bungie will own and develop the franchise, and Activision will increase its focus on owned IP and other projects. Activision and Bungie are committed to a seamless transition for the Destiny franchise, and will continue to work closely together during the transition on behalf of the community of Destiny players around the world. Then Activision has a little sort of add-on to the back of that, saying, "Thank you, Guardians. It's been an honor and a privilege to help bring the world of Destiny to life for you." End quote. Wowzers. Did anyone see this coming?
No, I didn't. I didn't. A lot of people were excited. There's a lot of fanfare about this. I am skeptical. Partially optimistic, but skeptical. I'm pretty certain I read around the traps that technically Activision still had a contractual agreement to stick with Bungie for another year. So the fact that they're cutting ties early is concerning. I'm wondering, because if Activision's dropping an IP out of contract, are they just saying, like, investment wise, it's just not worth it for them to keep going? So can Bungie make it worthwhile? Can they hold their own now? Or I don't know. Like, I'm as a massive Destiny fan, I'm optimistic but concerned. I hope that now that Bungie has full reins, they can prove that they can go forward with what they've learned, especially after Forsaken, and then go with that and start listening to the fan base and moving how they want to progress. We're going to see if Activision was actually holding the reins on a lot of choices for Destiny, especially in-game purchases and money-based and game passes, etc. So, yeah, I'm going to be cautious. I'm not going to be like, fuck yeah, everything's going to be great now. It's going to be Destiny, heaven for us all, because we should learn not to just get, over our heads. So I'll sit back and see. I'll still support Bungie, but I'm not going to sit there and be like, fuck you, Activision. Like,
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Dream?
What do I reckon? It's been an 8-year partnership, I think. And I think I read that the original deal... so obviously the whole reason for the partnership was because Bungie needed help getting Destiny off the ground. So I think it's fair to say that without Activision, that never would have happened. And you've got to respect that to whatever degree you want. I know everyone hates Activision, but no Activision, no Destiny. Yeah. I think it was a 10-year deal, $500 million to make 4 games in that period of time. And obviously that hasn't necessarily happened. The first Destiny was plagued with issues. The second Destiny's been plagued with issues. I don't think this actually does anything to address those issues immediately. So if you're a player, you probably can't expect to see any changes in the game anytime soon. But it is a good sign that hopefully Bungie will gear the game towards more player-friendly content as opposed to more cash grabby kind of content and microtransactions. It's interesting seeing this happen and then sort of juxtaposing it against what's going on with Blizzard Activision or Activision Blizzard, because Blizzard's community at the moment is hella toxic, so bad, and everyone hates the relationship with Activision. Everyone hates the influence that it's having on the favorite Blizzard games. All you need to do is search World of Warcraft on like YouTube, and you will see commentators like Bellular who just weekly are putting out concerning videos about things happening in the Blizzard space. So that's interesting to see happen while this has happened with Bungie and Activision. I think it's good. I just think the payoff is going to be somewhere down the track, 2 or 3 years away.
It's interesting. Like, I think you've both touched on some pretty on point opinions and thoughts and hot takes. Like, there is a lot of negativity attached to Blizzard and that Activision alliance. Like, obviously we saw Mike Marami, who was the former, he was the CEO, wasn't he, of Blizzard, who sort of shifted out of that role, and Rob Kostich has now ascended to the new presidential role of Activision, and he was the man sort of leading up the COD franchise. So we'll see what happens there, if that is a positive or a negative for Blizzard-based IP moving forward. But I think I'm a little bit with you, Ali, on the Bungie stuff. I'm cautiously optimistic that it will be more customer-focused and fan-focused with Destiny moving forward, where they do move out a lot of that ticky-tack bullshit with microtransactions and undercooked content, and try and maybe fully realize this Destiny universe they've been trying to create now for many years. One thing I'm thinking, like, just in my own mindset, is how long is it going to take until Microsoft makes a push to buy Bungie? That's my thought process.
They left Bungie. They left Microsoft already.
Yeah, they broke away, but now obviously there is this big Microsoft studio push. Obviously they've got their alliance there through Halo and everything else.
I think they're big enough to do it on their own, and I think that if it's hard to say, like, who knows, no one's got the crystal ball here, but I feel like if you're a player and you've been wronged so much in Destiny by Bungie and Activision, what Bungie should be doing right now is sticking on their own and doing it right themselves, and I think they're totally capable of doing that now.
And the question is if, like, Microsoft was to make that and take, like, exclusivity, like, there is a massive PlayStation base for Destiny. Massive. So I definitely think Bungie wouldn't be, like, taking that away. That'd be stupid. I think I know more Destiny players on PlayStation than I do Xbox, actually.
But the old money talks.
Dude, that's not the hat anyone in Bungie's wearing right now. No one's thinking about it like that. Yeah, everyone's thinking about how they can get good again in the eyes of their players, because it's been a rough relationship since day one. And I ask, how far away? Like, is there any comment at all about Destiny 3? Is there any talk about that at the moment anywhere?
No, like, there's been speculation now because of this happening that they're like, oh, so what happens? Does Bungie now start evolving onto current content, or will they just wipe the slate and just go Destiny 3 and start from the base? I kind of want that.
Yeah, I think do that.
I kind of want that, but right now there's been a plan that's been scheduled for Destiny right now because of the Game Pass and what they're planning. They've actually done a sequence of like, this is what they're releasing.
Yeah, they've got the roadmap.
Yeah, and there's stuff that's happening story wise that I absolutely love. So, kind of sticking to that right now.
Cool. Okay.
I'm curious to see what happens with the PC holding. Like, obviously, it sounds amicable as far as this breakup goes, but obviously they're using BattleNet as their hosting service with PC. I wonder if that's contractually obligated for X amount of years, or is, you know, Blizzard Activision going to turn around and be a bit dickish down the line and sort of highlight that they're closing those servers down like in the near future? Like, I don't know. Just playing devil's advocate, I'm curious to see what happens with that now.
It's okay. Destiny's always going to have fucking server issues.
But it's pretty big. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
Like, it's a very divisive IP. We'll see. I'm hoping it's for the better.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see them try and fast track Destiny 3. Maybe they already are. And, you know, obviously they'd be working on something behind the scenes.
Maybe. But
yeah.
You know, we're a loyal community in Destiny for the, you know, majority of us, and we're also clearly suckers to punishment. So if we're able to hang on for this long onto the Destiny franchise as much as we've been pushed, having Bungie start making it for the fans, listening to the fans, I mean, we're there, we're dedicated, you know, we'll support it. So just do right by us, I guess.
What's your gear score at the moment?
I can't remember. I didn't play any Destiny over the break. Shock horror. I don't know. I know I broke 600, so
nice.
Cool.
Nice. All right, so let's shift gears into another interesting thing that has sort of popped up in 2019. So Ubisoft forgoes Steam in favor of Epic Games for The Division 2. And this is by Hayden Taylor over at gamesindustry.biz, and it reads: shots have been fired today in the digital distribution platform war as Ubisoft shuns Steam in favor of Epic Games. While the recently launched Epic Games Store hasn't had much trouble attracting smaller indie developers, this exclusive agreement on such a high-profile AAA title represents a serious coup over Steam. Furthermore, it has been announced that Ubisoft and Epic will partner on, in quotes, additional select titles over the coming year. The partnership will see PC version of The Division 2 available only on the Epic's Game Store and directly from Ubisoft. So, what do you guys reckon? Dream, what's your thoughts?
This is one where I, as a player, could care less. It's interesting. We're sort of seeing the demise of Steam. Not the demise of Steam. Steam will outlive humanity, but this is all about, I guess, revenue splits. That's the battleground that this is all over. So Epic are offering 88-12 in favor of the publisher. Steam offers 70-30, and so it kind of makes sense to get more money going to the other guy, especially when the other guy's Epic and has more money than a horse has hair. As one of my favorite
and
songs
horses
goes.
do have a lot of hair.
Dr. Hook, one of the great Dr. Hook lyrics. He died recently. Not that anyone knows who I'm talking about. But
Dustin Hoffman passed away.
I think this is like really kind of cut and dry on the face of it. I still don't have an Epic Game Store account. I haven't downloaded it. I don't know what it looks like. But in the past, I've often been a bit irked to get off of Steam to use something else. Like, what was the one EA have? What's EA's one? I always forget it because who uses it? Origin. It's called Origin. Yeah. That's right. But exactly right. So we do this every week, and none of us could come to think of what that other competitor of Steam's from 2 years ago was that probably still exists. Who knows?
I want to say from a player's perspective, I think this might have happened with the previous Division actually, where there's the circumstance where, you know, you'll have mates that play it on PC, but if someone gets it from, you know, the Ubisoft store or the Ubisoft portal and someone gets it from Steam, you can't play together.
Nope.
So for me, the whole idea of saying like you can only get the game from this one spot makes me happy, because I'm like, at least if everyone on PC gets it from the one portal, there's going to be no barrier to play. Like,
That's a great
we're
point.
all on the same portal. We're all going to be able to play together. Not, oh shit, sorry, I bought it on Steam. I can't play with you. You know,
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. You know what? I hadn't even considered that. You're bang on.
So yeah, I was
Good that it's at
seeing all
one
this-
spot. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, this is such a big... I'm like, yeah, maybe. I mean, Steam's always going to be there to support indie titles, and my titty games are on Steam, so until they start putting titty games on there, I don't see Steam failing.
Maybe Steam will become the single player titty game experience hub, and all your online stuff will be working its way to the Epic Game Store.
Steve will just become Newgrounds. Is what it
Oh
will
my
become.
god, I wish.
What a great website.
Oh, Newgrounds, bless
They got
them.
so many kids through puberty. Newgrounds? Thank you.
Thank you, Newgrounds.
Yeah, it would be interesting as well to see how many other developers and publishers follow from here. But I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like what else really there is to talk about at the moment. It's obviously a pretty big move to just back Epic the whole way through. Is now a good time to mention as well the $25 million kitty for developers to get off of Unity and onto Unreal.
Yeah, Epic are swinging their big dicks around, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Like they have obviously ascended into a whole nother beast entirely off the success of the Fortnite Battle Royale component that they've released over the last 18 or so months. But yeah, sort of sticking a big middle finger up to Unity on the back of this situation that's occurred where Unity have blocked this improbable spatial OS. They've sort of made it no longer compliant to their terms of service. So that's left a lot of games in limbo as far as no longer having a viable product for their users to potentially get on and play anymore. So Epic have come out and said, hey, here's a $25 million pool of money that you guys can use to migrate from Unity to Unreal to appease your fans and keep the players playing. It's insane. Like Tim Sweeney from Epic, the CEO, and Improbable CEO, Herman Narula, they've sort of partnered up together and they're reaffirming their commitment to gamers and everything else, and it's huge. It's huge. Epic just beating their chest. They're King Kong at the top of bloody
Empire State Building.
Empire State Building,
Yeah.
just beating their chest.
extremely
come
bold.
come at me.
It's so bold though. It's like, okay, calm down, guys. Like, yeah, Fortnite's massive. Okay, fucking settle down, right?
Stop disrupting everything. Stop disrupting every market. Yeah.
Enjoy your New Year's celebration with friggin' Ninja and his friggin' New Year's awkwardness. Yeah, well done, guys.
I tell you what. I know we've kind of done our we did our 2018 wrap up. I don't think we really talked about things we don't want to see anymore in 2019. If I saw less Fortnite, I'd be happier.
I don't think
Just
so.
gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, one thing that makes my blood boil is seeing like these little kids, like with Archie's going into school this year, and we've been to all these pre-prep visits and all that. And you see these little kids out on the playground doing little Fortnite dances, and I see that every time. I just want to run up to that kid and just pimp slap him right across the face, or her right across the face.
All right, I'm going to
when they
stop
see
you
that.
right there. I'm going to stop you right there because I don't see any problem with the kids doing this, and it's no different from me saying to my friend, "Get over here," when I was a kid, all right? Or, whoopsie! Like, we had our things when we were young, all right? And I would have been much happier if I could have said that on a more elaborate basis. So let the kids have their fun on their stupid game.
Yeah.
But, let them have their fun, right?
I want them to have fun, but I don't want to play Fortnite. All right?
You know what made me realize I was old? So I'm in this
games.
I'm in the
Like
cinema about to watch the
Resident
Spider-Man movie. There's an ad that they play where there's two kids sitting at a school bench, and he goes, "What did you do on the summer break?" And the kid goes, "Flossed." And I straight away, I thought dental. And then the ad finishes with the kid doing that Fortnite dance, which I learnt was flossing. And I'm like, oh, we are talking dental care here. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I aged till I was about like 80 now. So I'm 80 years old now.
I can't wait to get off this topic, but I have to bring this up. So the floss is a dance that some kid, I forget his name, some skinny little talky kid came up with. Obviously now in Fortnite, that kid's suing Epic. Because
Everyone
he
is.
popularized it. Everyone is suing Epic over these dances because it's got to be such a huge moneymaker for them.
It is.
And it just ain't fair.
I think
Anyway.
it's great. How do you sue a dance?
Well, how do you own a dance? It's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. I'm no big shitty lawyer, but
I guess
I
if they
reckon
actually
someone's
say
getting
it's
money.
based.
Someone's
Yeah.
getting money for sure.
Hush money.
Yeah, stop suing me, money.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Yeah, annoyance money. It's like a little fly buzzing around Epic's giant King Kong head. It's like, fuck off.
It's a little plane.
It's the
dance
planes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone draw that.
All right. So the last bit of news that has come to the table this week is Soldier 76 from Overwatch has been confirmed that he is gay. On the back of that, a whole heap of hullabaloo from the gaming community where he's not gay enough, it was handled wrong, it's pandering, it's everything. Like we were sort of saying offline before we started recording, you just Google searched Soldier 76 and just the contrasting headlines from articles. Yeah,
I've got it right here in front of me. So this is like a Google search that brings up videos. There's Overwatch Soldier 76 is gay and gamers are mad. Overwatch Soldier 76 being gay is useless pandering. Soldier 76, we're all gay now. Overwatch fan fiction freaks rejoice. Yeah, it's weird. Forbes wrote an article that was titled, let me find it. A better way for Overwatch to reveal Soldier 76 is gay. Like, it can't it just be, be what it is instead of all of this shit happening peripherally?
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
Like, it blows my mind. So a week before that, there was some weird controversy in the Overwatch world where this female gamer, I can't remember her name, which is killing me. But tweeted saying that she's leaving the scene because of the harassment, the abuse, and it became this big thing. And it's since been all but confirmed that this wasn't even a real person, and that this was a persona created by another Overwatch League player. And there are like theories now that this whole revelation that Soldier 76 is gay is somehow tied to that it's them trying to shift the conversation about, inclusivity and all of that to like a more positive light, to say, yeah, we are totally inclusive in this game and in this community, which is bonkers. Like, it's fucking bonkers, right? To assume that they've just got this ready to go just in case something, like some bad PR happens in the scene and they need to like positive spin it. They've got this novella ready to go. Crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's the toxicity and the social justice warriors for whatever side of the fence you're looking at. Like, just celebrate it for what it is. I think it's great that a company as big as Blizzard, like, I guess funnily enough, we were sort of talking down Blizzard about 20 minutes ago with some of their toxicity that's hovering around that brand, and yet they are positive, like with Tracer and now Soldier 76 sort of being representations from the the LGBTQ community. It's good to see.
And they're main characters too. They're not just like, the side characters. They're like, Soldier 76 and Tracer are like pretty prominent front and center characters for the Overwatch
Tracer's
franchise.
on the box. Tracer's on the box. Soldier 76 is the first
she's
character
on the
you
box.
play. He's literally the first character you play. You cannot play the game without playing him once.
Yeah, he was pretty much one of my mains playing when I used to play Overwatch a bit, and it's good to see, but I don't know. Just people can't be happy. The world's never happy.
No, of course not.
No, it's not.
What I love is the whole perception that, like, people say, like, they can't play the character now knowing that he's gay. It's like, it affects you in this, you know, you play it on the keyboard or the console. It's like, oh no, it's contagious. Fuck. Kids, youth. Actually, no, I can't say that because there's some really dumb shit adults out there too, so.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's good to see, and no doubt you could Google this again next week and there'll be more divisive opinions popping up in the search results. Like, yeah, I don't know. But kudos to Blizzard and kudos to you, Soldier76, for finally coming out. May you keep crushing noobs in Overwatch with your concussive grenades and your infinite run button
and your tactical visor.
You're a godsend. Yeah.
Crushing noobs,
Anyway.
banging dudes.
That's it. All right, so we thought we would round out this episode where we wanted to talk some New Year's gaming resolutions. So we've sort of given our own ones that we would like to try and proactively achieve this year. And then we've also flipped the script a little bit where we'll be giving each one of our respective co-hosts a resolution as well. We don't know what they are right now, so they're going to be some hot takes. But maybe we tackle the ones that we thought we'd give ourselves to start with. Miss Hart, did you want to lead us off?
Yeah, so I thought I would actually tackle a specific game that I see a lot of people talk about, rave about, complain about. So I've decided that I'm actually going to dedicate and play a Dark Souls and or Bloodborne.
Hey.
I hear a lot about these games. They look beautiful. Like I see screenshots and everything from them. They're beautiful looking games. But I also hear about the complexity, all the negative stuff about gameplay and how hard it is. And so I actually get daunted. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to dedicate myself to that. I don't want to play it. But I think I might actually dedicate some time and play either or both.
I would say go Bloodborne. It is definitely the more accessible of the two franchises. Bloodborne is a little bit more arcadey, a little bit more forgiving as opposed to the Dark Souls trilogy. Yeah. So I'd try Bloodborne, and it is the setting in that. It's like this, gothic turn of the century England sort of vibe to it. It's so good.
It's a special kind of hell playing those games. If you've never played it, you'll be surprised at how addicted you can become to failing. But it's fail to win. I don't know if that's like an apt way to describe it, but every time you stuff up and die, you kind of learn, and then it's just on you. It's totally on you. That's the beautiful thing about these games, yeah.
Okay.
But that can be hard too because you can get pretty angry.
Yeah.
Controllers will be thrown for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, so I should play controller, not keyboard and mouse.
Well, however you decide to do it, but just make sure it's a cheap one, just in case you break it.
Bloodborne though is a PlayStation exclusive. Dark Souls is on the other platforms. You can even play on bloody Switch these days, but Bloodborne is PlayStation 4 only.
All right.
I'd go that route just because it is a little bit more easy. It's still difficult and you'll still die a lot and get frustrated, but it's a little bit more accessible than the Dark Souls.
Well, listeners, I'll take your recommendations as well, whether I should start Dark Souls or Bloodborne. So I'll take everyone's input and sales pitch, and I'll definitely take them into consideration before I start this. So I'll nail that.
What else you got?
I really want to start doing some videos, content kind of thing. Get that out there. I have appeared on a few. I am my worst enemy when it comes to doing this sort of stuff. You guys are nothing but supportive, but I absolutely destroy myself when it comes to doing this sort of stuff. So I need to actually push myself out there and start making some video content for everyone, I guess, if whether you want it or not. So, deflect that confidence barrier and actually get myself out there. So that's definitely on the agenda for this year.
I like that. I like that very much.
And I'm also going to quickly throw in, it's not written down, but now because of Sam, I'm going to give Magic a look as well.
Hey, I like that. Thank you.
Yeah. Go the arena route because otherwise you'll probably be broke buying all the card packs.
No,
so go the digital.
Yeah, definitely go digital. But look, put $40 in there, and you'll have no. Hold on, but you'll play $40 worth of Magic. I promise you.
Oh, that's an actually very interesting comment to say. All right, so
Yeah.
you reckon $40 down is going to be $40 worth of gameplay, you reckon?
No, I just think that you'll definitely get your value for money. You could easily put more, or you could put less, up to you. But like for that kind of investment, you'll have enough good cards to build a sick deck. At least one amazing deck. Yeah.
And actually, good question is this just PC or can you get it on your phone?
It's not on your phone yet, which is killing me because I think that's the best way to play these kinds of games is on your phone. But
Okay,
anyway,
cool. Put it on the list. So those are my three.
cool.
Nice. Well, my three. The first one, it sort of ties in with what you were saying. Want to make more YouTube videos. I've set myself a goal to make at least 20 YouTube videos by December 31st of this year. So that's goal number one. Similar reasons with you. It's not. I guess it's laziness sometimes, but finding the time and also being fully committed to delivering that kind of content, I know I need to work on a little bit more. So I'm going to actively put time aside every week or every 2 weeks where I can sit down and jump in the studio room here and record some gameplay. So that's my first one. The next one, this is just a slam dunk, locked and loaded, gonna happen, signed, sealed, delivered. We're going to repeat as champion of party mode at PAX Australia for the third time. So we're going to be 3-time champs, carryover champs, undefeated champs, best champs of all time. So, Nerdstradamus are going to three-peat at party mode, PAX Australia 2019.
I will actively work against you on that.
You tried last year, mate, and you saw how that happened.
Yeah, I've got to really plan ahead. All right. Okay, I'm going to add my own little thing. You go. Sorry, keep going.
And then the last one, something I've talked about pretty on and off of this podcast over the years, is finally play Diablo 3, and I'm going to commit to make it to at least level 35, which is halfway to the level 70 cap. I don't know how many hours that will entail. I probably should have actually worked that out and maybe selected a lower level number, but 35 it is. I'm going to get to level 35 in Diablo 3 by the end of this year.
I will help you with that. If you need someone just to help you through it, I'll jump on. I have it on Xbox, PC, and Switch, so you choose.
Yeah. I'll pick a platform. We'll jump on and start chunking through a bit of that content there. So that's my three. All pretty accessible. As I said, that second resolution is just locked and loaded. It's a Harlem Globetrotter victory there. It's guaranteed. It's happening. So, yeah.
Starting early with that smack talk.
Mm-hmm. Just added to my list. Make sure that Team Nerdstradamus don't win Party Mode 2019. Stay tuned on how I'm going to do that. I want to finish The Last of Us, Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2. These are 3 games. The Last of Us in particular is a funny one because Jono is always at me to finish it. And it's almost like a point of pride that I haven't. That I can, I think it irks him that I've gotten probably, 50% of the way through, had really meaningful conversations with him about it. I did enjoy it and I was loving it and story and character. And we got really into the nuances. And then I just stopped playing and it really pissed him off. So I'm going to do that for you, Jono. Why did I even... I'm going to eat better and get a prostate exam. I'm not sure what that's got to do with gaming. Gaming is life is like a game. And you only get one go at it, one life in this game of life. And if you don't take care of your body, then by God, that game's going to be over quick. So I guess that's how I can justify talking about that. Is that fair, Ali? I don't know. We talked about how I'm going to...
I'll accept that. There are no continues.
The real thing. I think that gaming is often a sedentary lifestyle choice, and it's important that you stay active. So that's why I'm calling that one out. The other one I want to do is build a 2D platform game this year.
Oh wow!
Not a full crazy game, but a couple levels.
I think that's great.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see what goes into building a game of any kind, I guess. So I'd be really keen to follow you on that one. And probably stay on your tail and make sure you follow through. So yeah.
No, I totally will. So I've already been sort of dabbling. I was about to say dabbing. Not in 2019. No more dabs.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. So stay tuned. Watch that space.
I'm excited. I also, I don't know if it's an ego thing or not, but I want to know if any of us are going to be even if we're just random NPC characters. I'd love to see us make cameos.
Okay. I have full creative control of this world, Brendan.
You are the god to the dreamscape.
You'll be there.
Nice.
I feel like Abe Simpson waking up like, you were there and you were there. And is that Abe? I don't even know. How long's it been? Anyway, those are my resolutions for 2019. Okay,
we'll stay with you. And you've got a gaming resolution for me.
Yes, I do. And if you were to, Brendan, if you were to sort of say one game that epitomizes my whole gaming experience, the game I never stop talking about, the game that's always deep to my core, my being, my love, my life, my heart, what would it be?
World of Warcraft.
No, fuck no. Yeah, Tekken. Oh, God, dude.
Oh, I thought it was World of Warcraft.
I wouldn't do that to me. So I won't do it to you. Tekken, yeah. So, Brendan, my gaming resolution for you, my friend, is that I want you to get to the rank of Marauder in Tekken. Now, that sounds abstract, and God knows the ranking system in Tekken is incredibly abstract. But basically, this means that you get beyond the point of like the early basic ranks. And this isn't online, by the way, not arcade. So you've got to beat actual people. So you get past like easy ranks to the point where you can go down if you fail. So you've got to kind of know your stuff. However, you don't get into like God mode tiers of player. You just get into like shitty, cheesy players. And I'm going to help you here, Brendan. I'm going to Rocky montage the shit out of this with you. We're going to play together.
Okay.
I'm going to train you.
Okay, I'm excited for this.
But you're going to do that. That's what you're going to do.
Okay, so I got to get to Marauder rank in Tekken 7.
Yes.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Yes. I love it.
I don't know how much grind that will entail. Maybe I need to already downscale Diablo 3 to level 20.
I've scoped it out for you. I reckon 40 to 50 hours, you'll be good.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Yeah, but hey, you spend a lot of that with me.
Okay.
So take that for
tough.
what it is. Yeah. It's cool. Mate, hey, you know what?
All right.
I'll tell you what. Maybe we can cut one of your other things off here and make a couple of videos. How about that?
We'll make some videos. Yeah, we'll make some videos. Cool. All right. So I need to make it to Marauder rank in Tekken 7. I am going to jump in now, and my gaming resolution is for Miss Hart.
Oh no!
And it's good though, because it sort of ties into some of the discussions we've been having in this segment. And I'd like you to champion a series, whether you're in it or not. You could maybe do some stuff if you wanted, but I wanted to make a series where you and your very unique gaming tastes are showcased. So whether it be you lay a challenge to myself or Dream or anyone in the collective or anyone outside the collective to play bizarre title XY and make a little video on it, like get their live impressions, their hot takes, but also maybe once a month in this series or whatever it is, or at least commit to say 3 in the year where you jump on and play one of these games that is your comfort food and talk us through the game, what you like about it, the pros and cons. Give us like a little sort of diary entry of these games. So that's my gaming resolution and challenge for you, Miss Harder. I haven't really come up with a witty name to call this potential series, but that's what I want to say.
Ali's Smut Corner.
I was going to say, with the games that I play, we're going to get takedown strikes a lot. But you know what, Brendan? That sounds like a great idea. So good that it could actually just link to my gaming resolution that I've got for Saleem.
What?
Saleem, I want you to play Senran Kagura Bon Appetit.
What? Wait, is that the one where the scrolls come out of every...
That's the rhythm cooking titty game.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
I want you to play my rhythm cooking titty game.
I feel like I got
I've
off
seen you
easy
on
here.
Dance Dance Revolution. I know you have rhythm. You have a wonderful voice, especially when it comes to singing Bruce Springsteen.
Wait, do I have to sing in this game?
I'm just saying that you are musically inclined.
Thank you.
So I think you are capable.
Thank you.
So this would be great. This would be great for my new series, Brendan. So I will get Saleem to play my titty cooking rhythm game. And I want him to at least complete one character, and I want him to prove that he can at least do one level on hard.
Oh, this is fantastic.
Unintended.
Oh yeah.
Rock hard.
Rock hard.
What sort of time commitment am I looking at here, do you think?
Oh, whatever. To be honest, this ain't a punishment.
Yeah,
this ain't a punishment. We'll
Yeah, I think what we'll do with these is like in our final episode of 2019, we'll revisit all these resolutions and see if there's passes and fails and whatnot. So we'll check it out at the end.
Yeah.
But I like somehow that we were all on the same page, even though we hadn't had a discussion about this at all.
Yeah. This is good.
So everything worked out quite nicely.
Hashtag synergy. So that is our resolutions. If you wanted to throw some gaming resolutions at us, or maybe you've got your own, on the socials at We Are 8-Bit, on the email at hello@8bit.net if you want to chuck some through. Maybe give us some hot takes on that. Maybe even tell us your most anticipated games for 2019, because they're an absolute bucket load of quality content coming out in 2019 and beyond. But Resident Evil 2 one-shot demo, get on that ASAP. Anything you guys wanted to say before we close episode 134 up?
Yeah, I wanted to give just like a little shout out to everyone that reached out at the end of the year and like sent us messages full of love and support, and I just want to say thank you. Those little messages, especially after doing our last episode for the year, were very very, very sweet, and honestly made us wish that we maybe did another episode after hearing it, to be honest. So everyone that reached out in the community and sent us kind words. We even saw that someone gave us a beautiful review as well. Thanks to everyone that kind of reached out after that episode. It was really lovely.
What about you, Dream?
Forward, neutral, down forward, +2 is how to do Doria in Tekken 7. So that's your first lesson, Brendan. And I echo everything Ali just said as well. I'm not sure what the Doria has to do with this, the Wind God Fist, but yeah. That made sense to no one. Everything I just said did it. Yep. That's Tekken talk. Okay. I do echo everything Ali said. And yeah, it's fun. But I'm excited for 2019. It's great to wrap up 2018, but I'm excited for 2019. I think it's going to be a fantastic year. And February 14, watch the date. Save the date.
Yeah, and keep up to date on them socials, because we should mention too, we've got a new partner in crime. Dane Peavy's jumped on, and he is now the master of social media for us, and he's handling our Instagram and Twitter, creating a heap of juicy content on there, whether it be videos, whether it be photos, whether it be those fire tweets, whatever you need. Keep it locked to there, because we're really dialing up that community engagement and social interactions and things like that. And we'll sort of be closing out the episode with a new little outro segment we wanted to roll into 2019 and beyond, where at the end of every episode we're going to showcase a podcaster, whether it be from our immediate video game based community, whether it be local, whether it be abroad. But we are calling out to all podcasters, big, small, or otherwise, to send us a intro or a highlight audio clip of your podcast, so we can showcase you guys and girls at the end of every Hungry Gamers episode, maybe some of our other content. And helping us close out episode 134 is the Button Mash podcast, a podcast born not only just out of friendship, but also a mutual love for video games between two mates from Melbourne. Be sure to check out buttonmashpod.com for all the details. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe, and throw as much support as you can behind Roger and Chris. So playing us out today is the Button Mash podcast. But until next time, 8-Bit Nation, much love.
Stay hungry.
Hey there, I'm Roger. And I'm Chris.
Welcome to Button Mash, the show where we mash all your video game content for the week for you to listen to at the press of a single button.
If you have long commutes, are sick of listening to the same tunes on the radio, and like video games, make sure to give us a listen.
We're just two dudes who talk about our passion for video games, so plug us in your ear holes and enjoy.
You can find Button Mash on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher Radio, or your favourite podcast directory.
You've been listening to The Hungry Gamers, one of many gaming and geek culture related podcasts from the 8-Bit Collective over on 8bit.net. Check out more episodes on your podcast service of choice. And while you're there, please be sure to rate and subscribe. Until next time, boys and girls, stay hungry.